with a stiff wire. If the mine is booby-trapped, you will have to mark it with a mine marker or other object, then move on. And such mines are either blown in place or pulled out with a long length of rope. Remember, you won't get a second chance to find that booby trap. When you are sure the mine is not booby-trapped, turn the arming dial to safe. Unscrew the arming plug and remove the fuse. After you put the safety clip on the fuse, you can replace the arming plug and lift the mine out of its hole. Now let's look at the M14, a plastic concussion type antipersonnel mine. The blow from an 8-pound sledgehammer will make an ideal hole for burying an M14 antipersonnel mine. This mine is very hard to find with a mine detector after it is buried, as the tiny steel striker is the only metal in the mine. To arm an M14 mine, first remove the shipping plug. If the shipping plug is in good condition, it means that the striker is all right. If, on the other hand, the shipping plug were damaged, like this one, it would mean that the striker is too long, or the spring has reversed, and the mine should be destroyed. If the shipping plug is not damaged, fit the arming tool, which comes crated with the mines and detonators, over the pressure plate and turn it clockwise to armed. Then withdraw the safety clip. If you hear a snap or the pressure plate drops into the mine body, the striker spring has reversed and the striker is in the fired position. Such a mine is defective and no further attempt should be made to arm it. If the striker spring does not reverse, replace the safety clip and turn the dial back to safe. Check the detonator holder to make sure that the red end of the detonator will go into the mine. Any obstruction on the detonator or in the detonator well may cause a premature explosion of the mine. Tighten the detonator against the gasket with the arming tool. Turn the pressure plate to armed. Withdraw the safety clip. Set the mine in the hole with the pressure plate slightly above ground. Tap dirt around the sides to hold it securely. Add camouflage material. The mine is now installed. If it is necessary to pick up one of these mines, carefully uncover the top. Do not put any pressure on the pressure plate. Then insert the safety clip. Check underneath the mine for booby traps. Then carefully lift it from the hole. Remove the detonator with the arming tool. Screw in a shipping plug to keep the detonator well clean. And turn the pressure plate to safe. The M14 mine is now in its original shipping condition. However, if you uncover the mine and find it damaged or the pressure plate is depressed, Do not attempt to neutralize it. Such mines are usually detonated in place. The next mine to be armed is the M16, a bounding type anti-personnel mine. A cross-sectional sketch shows that when the fuse is actuated, a propelling charge throws the mine into the air. Then the main charge explodes, throwing metal fragments in all directions. The first thing is to remove the shipping plug from the fuse well using the box end of the combination wrench. Examine the fuse well to make sure it is clean and empty. If there is foreign matter in the fuse well, turn the mine upside down and tap the bottom. If the mine should appear to be damaged, don't use it, but notify the NCO in charge. Such a mine should be destroyed. If, however, the mine is in good condition, next check the fuse assembly for damage. Make sure the safety pins move freely in their holes. Then seat the rubber gasket around the fuse case. Screw the fuse assembly into the mine fuse well. Tighten it against the rubber gasket using the open end of the combination wrench. Make sure the mine is firmly supported so it will function when stepped on. Cover it with soil. The pressure prongs are left exposed. Tamp the soil firmly around the sides of the mine. Arrange the pull cords on the safety pins for easy withdrawal. Now you can remove the lower locking safety pin by pulling it through the eye in the interlocking pin. Next, remove the interlocking pin. Complete the camouflage, blending it in with its surroundings. Then pull gently on the upper positive safety pin. The pin comes out easily. If this pin were hard to remove, it would indicate that the striker had been released. In this event, you would have to uncover the mine carefully and put in a new fuse assembly. The M16 mine is now armed and will detonate if pressure is applied on the pressure prongs. This mine can also be installed with tripwires. To install tripwires, drive 2 anchor stakes in such a location that the tripwires, when attached, will form a wide V open toward the enemy. Then the mine can be detonated either by pressure on the pressure prongs or by a pull on one of the tripwires. Tie a separate tripwire to each stake. Then run the wire back to the mine. It is best to install tripwires where there are at least 3 inches of grass, weeds, or other growth covering the ground. Fasten both tripwires to the release pin ring of the fuse. This is always done, of course, before pulling the safety pins. Tie the tripwires just loose enough so the swivel head will turn in the direction of the pull. This assures actuation of the mine rather than breaking of the tripwires. After camouflaging, remove the safety pins in correct order. The mine is now armed. The M16 anti-personnel mine is dangerous within a radius of 150 yards and should be disarmed carefully when found. First, insert a length of smooth wire or a nail into the upper positive safety pinhole. Bend it so it can't fall out. Then carefully uncover the mine. If it appears damaged in any way, do not attempt to neutralize it further. Merely mark it. If it looks all right, as this one does, put another wire through the lower locking safety pinhole. Then cut all slack tripwires which are attached to the release pin ring.